Welcome to the coach trip. 7 couples and a 30-day tour in the Mediterranean sun. For some of them, it could be the holiday of a lifetime, taking in some amazing sights and cities.
I've never been anywhere like this before. It's just wonderful.
This has been my best day, and I've had enough to last me for 3 years.
But for others, it could be a complete nightmare.
She's sat right on his private. Here, behind me. I think it's outrageously disgusting.
This is no ordinary coach trip, because if you don't like the people you're travelling with, you can vote to send them home.
I'm just asking her, would she have liked us to be more explicit?
I don't think it's necessary to go into details.
Well, that's what I'm saying. All right, just leave it there.
There are currently 6 couples travelling on the coach. Husband and wife, Alan and Eileen.
We had someone come up to it in Harrods, didn't they, at the jewellery counter?
Yes.
I was only looking, I wasn't buying, but she said, excuse me, are you Prince Michael? Yeah, when he looks smart.
Friends, John and Kerry.
I know all the consequences that go with smoking, however, I absolutely love it. I roll my own, I have licorice papers and I put filters with them, so I make them quite posh.
Put your teeth in.
Barbers, Lorenzo and Alan.
Personally, I don't like tapas. It's like one little bit of salami or pepperoni or something. Where's the pizza that goes underneath it?
Friends, Claire and Kat.
I'm finding it difficult to bite my tongue. I'll bite it for you. Oh, thank you, honey. I look forward to it.
Father and son, Marlon and Joe.
All my friends at home know that I'm a mad character, OK? Not mad as in mad, but a mad, crazy guy.
Husband and wife, Di and Dave.
My party trick is bird noises through my tongue. So here we go. Cuckoo.
And discovering every little detail about his passengers is Brendan, their tour guide.
What the hell is this?
Oh, that's Alan. That's Alan's.
What is it, his headpiece or something?
He likes to dress up sometimes, a bit like a kind of a woman.
Eh?
Yesterday, the coach trippers rolled into the Spanish city of Seville, where they met 2 new passengers, Dave and Di. The group then toured the stunning Alcazar Palace, but unfortunately, things weren't going well between Joe and Claire, and an argument broke out on a tapas tour.
If you've got nothing else to say, Joe, then leave it on that note.
I haven't come here giving it out to anybody. I'm not taking it from anybody neither.
Tempers continued to rise at voting time.
You've been speaking too much for too many people while we've been on this course.
Bill and Ray got their second yellow card and had to leave. Their replacements will join the tour tomorrow. It's day 10 of the coach trip. It's 8:20 a.m. and the coach is already on the road, heading south to today's destination, Jerez. Yesterday, the Seville heat caused a lot of friction between the group, and the morning journey gives some passengers the chance to try and make sense of it all.
Last night at the vote, it was a bit heated and it was a bit off-putting.
Yeah, it was quite upsetting, I think, really. You suddenly realise what you'd walked into. We feel we're going to be targeted next to be voted for, don't we?
Yeah, if there has been a pattern, I think we'll probably be, if not next, we'll be
very shortly
after that.
I don't think we've got much longer on here.
It's been no secret on the coach that Alan and Eileen, John and Kerry, Claire and Kat, and Lorenzo and Alan have often voted as a group. Yesterday, passengers Bill and Ray should have got all their votes, but that didn't happen.
Today we are voting for Joe and Marlon. The behaviour of both of them towards Claire was disgraceful. We knew when we decided to vote our own way yesterday that would be the end of the group. We knew it was going to happen, but it was a principle for us and we followed it through.
I particularly feel really gutted because one of their reasons that I knew was going to be one of their reasons was that they were doing that in defence of me. And I feel awful that they've been the ones that have deviated from the group. And then Kerry and John's vote came as a total surprise to both of us.
Today we are voting for Alan and Lorenzo.
The vote last night appeared to be quite dysfunctional because we wasn't sure of who was voting who. and we have actually come to the conclusion that that is the way that we want to play the game now.
The voting pact appears to be very fragile at the moment, and to make matters worse, Joe has also been dwelling on yesterday's events, which could cause even more problems.
I feel really bad for Ray and Bill. I know that they really desperately wanted to stay on a bit more, and I felt awkward for them. And I'll tell you the truth, I'd rather them be on the show than Alan. I've now called him Dracula. Like the woman said yesterday, he wants to control.
You've been speaking too much for too many people while we've been on this course.
Just to help you out?
No, to control it.
He ain't controlling me, he ain't controlling Marlon, and he certainly ain't controlling Freddie. No. He wants to manipulate the game, but he ain't gonna. Dracula has always tried to lord it. His missus is trying to lord it. They're not lords of no ring. Yeah? There's another ring, and he's not lord of it. He wants to watch out tonight. He don't get stitched up. So, you know, you want to watch out, Dracula. We're coming to get ya. Stake through the heart.
Joe will have to wait until today's vote to take on the Prince of Darkness. For now, all he can do is sit back as the coach pulls in just outside Jerez for their first stop. A little place Brendan knows off the beaten track.
We're just on the outskirts of Jerez, and our first activity is a honey farm. We're going to see some bees and see some hives and see how they operate, and then also taste some beautiful organic honey.
With the passengers' safety paramount, the group don protective clothing.
I feel better now. I'm netted.
Oh, yes. You feel safer?
Yeah.
More comfortable?
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're only bees. They won't go into sort of like a frenzy, will they?
No, well, no.
But we hope not.
Fully protected, everyone makes their way into the woods, where they'll have the unique opportunity of seeing a real working hive. But before they get there, expert Julie gives them one last chance to back out.
When we go down there, we're going to open a real beehive. Those bees will come out. They will not sting unless they feel threatened. They will come flying round you. They might come in a swarm flying around you, they might come one at a time. But one thing you must do is keep very still. Don't do what I'm always tempted to do and start swatting. That is the worst thing you can do. Another thing you shouldn't do is scream, because that will make them nervous and then there's a sting.
Is anybody uncomfortable about
Anybody need any further advice?
You are, Kerry.
Yeah, if I'm honest.
Are you sure?
That's it, the bees will not sting unless they feel threatened.
I don't like bees in the slightest. I've got a bit phobia of them, but I wanted to give it a go. Seeming like I'm wimping out, you know, there's probably other people there that have got the same nerves about bees and wasps, so I give it a go.
Here we go. Here we see the bees. And we'll take a panel out now. So now, when the bees start to come out, remember to stay calm and quiet. They will come smelling round you. But once they realise you're not a flower, they'll buzz off. Here it comes, a nice honeycomb full of bees. Oh, this one's got a lump on the side of it where they've built up.
The bees are fine. The bees weren't scary. Yeah, no, it wasn't the bees. Except when she went like that, right in your face with it.
I must admit, I was a bit apprehensive of going, and hence that's why I sat in the back row. But I just sort of like breathed calmly, and yeah, it was very interesting.
But not all the group are interested in the bees. All Kerry wants to know is how to get out of the woods as quickly as possible.
I got a bit paranoid and frightened towards the end because there was a bee right on my face. It was very warm. Thought I was going to pass out because of the heat in them suits. But at the end, it just annoyed me because I didn't appreciate Brendan's attitude towards me.
Kerry, don't panic. Calm. Well, leave it. Just come out, Kerry, now. Just walk slowly. Come on.
Just come out of there, Kerry. Just come out of there. All irate, you know. You're supposed to do. They tell you to stay still, not just run off.
It looks like the bee museum's not a hit with Kerry, but Brendan is keen to stay a little longer and taste some real honey.
Thank you, yeah,
Brendan,
lovely.
and then I will pass them along.
It's really quite creamy, isn't it?
Yes, it's a lovely taste to it.
It's so smooth.
Really?
Okay.
Brendan.
Yeah. It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Coming up in part 2, the coach trippers have one too many on a sherry tour.
3 very large sherries, and now I'm anybody's.
And can Joe wreak his revenge on Alan?
What he doesn't know is Daddy and Marlon are off the same chip of wood.
Today, the coach trip is heading to the Spanish city of Jerez. The passengers have already come face to face with some Spanish bees, and Joe has had a bee in his bonnet about Alan.
You want to watch out, Dracula? We're coming to get ya. Steak through the heart.
The passengers are now back on board the coach, heading to the centre of Jerez. The perfect time for Brendan to explain a little more about the city.
We're now on our way to Jerez, okay? Jerez de la Frontera. It's a very laid-back town. It's a beautiful town. Again, it's all whitewashed buildings. There's an Alcazar, which is similar to the one in Seville. And in the Alcazar, it has its own baths, like we saw yesterday in the Alcazar in Seville. And there's some beautiful gardens, and it also has a mosque. The most famous barrio in Jerez is the Barrio Santiago. It's an area of beautiful white houses, patios, and also it has 4 churches. And the 4 churches represent the 4 Gospels. It also has a beautiful Andalusian equestrian centre. And of course, the horses are so wonderful here because the Arabs brought them all over, you know, and the Arabs are noted for their horses, you know, and their horsemanship. And it's amazing, it's absolutely amazing. But it is a wonderful city.
The coach arrives in the city just after lunch, and a short walk brings the group to their next stop. Sherry originated from Jerez, so they've come to visit sherry producers González Bias.
We're going to have a nice tour by train around the actual bodega, and then we're going to go through some of the areas where they store the barrels, see all that process, and then go on to actually taste the actual sherries.
Brendan and the passengers meet their guide, Jose, who leads them out to the train where they'll begin their tour.
And well,
obviously flooded the engine, I think,
and many later, we were still there.
Well, we seem to have a wee bit of a problem with Jose's train. It's a lovely yellow train, but unfortunately, it's not starting. We think it's had too much sherry.
I think this time for the train is siesta time. So
Siesta time, yeah. Do you want us to push it or not?
No, usually it's fine.
Okay.
This is the first time, but...
OK, guys, so what we're going to do, if you could listen, please, the train has broken down, OK? So we can't jump-start it, even though I've offered Alan's services. We can't jump-start it, so what we're going to do, we're going to walk into the bodega, and Jose's going to give us a little verbal tour, then we're going to do the tasting, OK? So I'm afraid you'll have to get off the train. You're not getting any refunds for tickets. It's my holiday fund. Thank you.
The passengers leave the broken train and continue the tour on foot.
So how much do you export to England? Is England still your best customer?
Today is the first one. Always is the first one, you know.
Is it?
Their first stop is the impressive La Concha Bodega. Bodega means warehouse, and La Concha means the seashell, in honour of the building's spectacular domed ceiling.
The dome, or the ceiling, it was designed by the very famous French engineer Gustave Eiffel, the same Eiffel Tower. Okay?
Wine and Sherry Factory was a lovely one. It's a very impressive place, extremely impressive place. I don't drink sherry, so John, you'll have to speak about sherry.
I'm not a particularly sherry person neither. However, I think after seeing this, I would pay more of an interest now when I do go back home.
More than 45 million litres of sherry and brandy are stored in the González Bias cellars, and a stroll past their ageing bodegas becomes a tour through history.
It was a huge barrel. I think it was 33 times the size of a normal barrel, and they call it the Christ barrel, because that was his age, apparently, when he died. So that's what they've nicknamed it.
Finally, it's time for the best bit of the tour, the tasting.
Do we drink sherry at home, anybody?
Oh, yeah. Well,
However, with free alcohol on the cards, a few members of the group seem to have had too many.
For me, the sherry tour was enjoyable because I'm a bit of a drinker and not that many people enjoyed the sherry, so I ended up getting passed on everybody else's, so I've had about at least 5, 6, maybe even 7.
Sherry tour was okay, yeah.
I thought we'd just get a sip. We got about 8 bottles.
No. Thanks. I bought the last 2.
You bought another one.
We've just had a couple, in fact, 3 very large sherries, and now, you know, you can do what you like with me, and as you say, I'm anybody's.
Sadly, Joe's plans for Alan and Eileen involve getting them off the coach. Earlier today, he made his feelings clear.
You want to watch out, Dracula? We're coming to get ya.
But now he might not be alone.
Me personally, and I don't mind saying it, Eileen I can take, Alan I'm not particularly keen on, so I can get on with the guy and I've got nothing, sort of, I don't dislike him, but I think there's more to Alan than meets the eye. I just don't think Alan is as nicey as he makes out. I don't think he would have stayed on this trip through his own character, put it that way.
It looks like the passengers who originally started on the coach trip have now started to have doubts about each other. But will they be brave enough to speak their mind at today's vote? On this coach trip, the passengers vote for who they don't like travelling with. Whoever gets the most votes is awarded a yellow card. If they get another yellow card on the trip, it becomes red and they are sent home and replaced by a new pair. Brendan wants to get back to the hotel as soon as possible today, as tomorrow's destination requires an early start. So he's decided to hold the vote on the coach. Currently, John and Kerry are the only passengers who hold a yellow card.
Once again, we need to know who you're voting for and your reasons why. Thank you.
Alan and Lorenzo are the first to vote.
Today, our vote goes for Di and Dave. Because they are the newest group to enter coach trip, we have bonded with them the least.
I'd also like to say that everyone on the coach knows that there was an alliance of votes, but after talking to Dave and Di and sharing a few sherries, maybe that is not the ideal vote.
Tonight, the group is split. Voting hasn't been so much of a discussion today. So everyone's for their own today.
Tonight, Dave and I are voting for Alan and Eileen. We feel they've been here from the beginning and they seem well-travelled, and just give some new blood a chance.
Today, we are voting for Joe and Marlon.
I personally think that from the moment Joe arrived, he's just been looking for attention, he's been making a fuss, he wants you to look at him. He goes round with his little fluffy toy and talks to it all the time. I think there's something quite... no, I can't say wrong with him, that's rude, but he just wants attention all the time. And I think he's a very insecure man.
Today, our vote goes to Di and Dave. We know them the least. We only met them yesterday. We've had a brilliant day with them today. However, we've known the other couples a lot longer. They're absolutely lovely. We really, really do like them. There is no other reason whatsoever.
No. Today, we are voting for, and this is my choice, not Kat's, Joe and Marlon. And this has nothing to do with today, because today I've had a great time with Marlon, and I've even had some interaction with Joe. But based on yesterday, I think that the problem that arose could have been handled in a better way, and that's why I'm voting for Joe and Marlon.
Today, we are voting for Eileen and Alan. And the reasons why are several, really. Yesterday, I had a disagreement with somebody else in our group. Alan should have kept out of it. Nothing to do with him. 2 people can have a disagreement and make it up the next day. He's put his oar in, talking about how disgustingly I spoke to, I said, member of our group. Number two, I don't like people who go out and mingle with people far, far, far younger than themselves, 71 and plus, in a disco with younger people than them. They should be at home reading Reader's Digest, mate, with a cup of cocoa. Right? Another reason is, since I have been here, Marlon and I, what the controller, Alan, as I see him, is trying to divide and rule. Split me and Marlon up, get Marlon on his side, love Marlon, hate Daddy. What he doesn't know is Daddy and Marlon are off the same chip of wood. But now this alliance has broke up, we're going to see who's going to get coated. We're going to see who's going to get coated well good. Well good, if I have anything to do with it. And that is all I've got to say. I hope you had enough tape.
At the end of voting, Di and Dave, Alan and Eileen, and Marlon and Joe are all tied on 2 votes each. So the coach must pull over as the remaining couples discuss and decide who should get the yellow card.
I hope that we can very, very quickly agree that Alan and Eileen get the yellow card tonight.
I think that Joe and Marlon should get the yellow card tonight.
Alan and Eileen, right, I've not give Joe the time of day from the minute that he was there that night and he refused to come over.
Some people vote with an attitude like that, Kerry. Kerry, sometimes Joe has got a chip on his shoulder, whether you like it or not, and some people won't give a time of day.
Fine, go with the majority. Well, that's what we have. We've got to go with the majority.
Back on the coach, and John has agreed to deliver the group's decision. But will the yellow card go to the newcomers, their new allies, or their old friends?
The vote does go to Alan and Eileen, and that is certainly not from Kat or Claire, but it has come from Alan, Kerry and myself. Kerry personally feels that there was no time of day given to Joe in particular from Alan or Eileen.
I'm not the only one who thinks that.
No, you're not the only one who thinks that. No, that's true. And that's the situation.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, after many deliberations this evening, Eileen and Alan have now achieved 3 votes, and therefore I would like to give you a yellow card. Thank you.
So Alan and Eileen get their first yellow card and are shocked that some of their friends have voted against them.
Well, it's just the effect that Joe seems to have had on the younger members of the group. Well, no, all of them. I can't say the younger members. It's the rest of the group.
I don't know what we've done to upset him, but there's certainly something there that he's decided he doesn't like us. And as far as me manipulating, sorry, I don't know where he got that from.
Next time on Coach Trip, the group return home with a day trip to Gibraltar. Where a local guide ruffles Brendan's feathers.
He's just local, I'm international. That's the difference between me and him.
And the passengers meet the Royal Navy.
People who aren't on the coach to speak to, what a bonus.
It's a bonus.
And it just so happens that they're in uniforms and cute, some of them.